See, there's a lot of talk about it happening in November. I say a lot of talk. That looks like it's done. I mean, do you do it at Wembley? Do you risk that? I mean, what's the weather like over here in November? I mean, it's pretty peak of winter, isn't it? So I wonder where you do it. Does that go to Saudi? I mean, a lot of AJ fights have been in Saudi. A lot of Fury fights have been in Saudi.
Is the fight is signed by both fighters. So both fighters. I mean, Fury's already said he signed it. We've now signed our end as well. So the fight is done. The location of that will be down to Turki al-Sheikh. You know, I think the one thing I'll say about Turki al-Sheikh is he's a mad boxing fan. And he knows that fight in the UK is historic. So I think he wants to give British fight fans something they'll remember forever. However, he's also the one paying the bill.
There is major news this morning. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua have now signed on the dotted line. The fight will happen, barring any upset between now and then, I'll get into that in a second, in Q4 of this year on Netflix. And this is a fight, you know, Tyson Fury really inserted himself into this era.
Turki al-Sheikh, the Saudi Arabian minister, put out a teasing tweet or X from his own account that there you go, British fight fans, the fight is finally signed. And he wasn't on about Christian Prenga. He was on about Fury versus AJ. I expect AJ to get the job done with alacrity, with speed against Prenga, and then it's all roads lead to Fury versus Joshua in November.
It is finally official, and boxing fans are in shock as Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury is confirmed for November 2026. Both fighters have signed the deal, making this the mega fight everyone waited for. This is historic for British boxing, and fans are already celebrating this massive announcement worldwide.
We signed a contract to fight wherever we're told the fight is. Obviously, I think everybody wants the fight to take place in the UK, but we'll see what transpires. Oh, it'll be unbelievable. I mean, you know, the fight's going to be mega, and to do it in the UK would be really special.
Spencer Oliver builds more excitement around the venue situation, suggesting that Wembley Stadium could host this historic showdown. He highlights the possibility that this may be the last time both giants share the ring, which makes the announcement even more emotional and massive for British boxing fans.
Oh no, November doesn't mean we'll get the fight in Saudi Arabia, no. We could get that at Wembley Stadium. I don't think they've announced a site yet. I don't think they've announced a country yet. But I personally feel that we will get AJ versus Tyson Fury at Wembley Stadium. I think that's the fitting place for both
British
these
fans
guys.
want that.
And it's possibly the last time we'll see AJ and Tyson Fury in the ring together.
Paris Fury says this is exactly what British fans want, and the fight should not be delayed any longer. She believes both Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are ready, and if both agree, this mega clash can finally happen and deliver the biggest moment in UK boxing history.
I just think it's what the British fans want, and I think it would be a fight that would be amazing. Do you know, it doesn't want to go on forever like the Pacquiao fights. They take years and years to build and build and build. And I think it's time for that to happen. And if that's what Tyson wants, then it would be great. If AJ wants it, I'm sure they can.
Andy Scott reports massive confirmation energy around the boxing world as multiple sources claim the deal is signed and sealed. According to him, both camps are aligned and the fight is officially moving forward, creating huge shock and excitement across fans who have waited years for this moment.
Each part of this deal, everybody is saying the same thing, that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury is signed and sealed and they will fight this year. So I've been trying to contact everybody from the relevant sides. I've managed to speak to Spencer Brown from Gold Star Promotions, who obviously represents Tyson Fury, and he says, yeah, go ahead, confirm it. So Eddie Hearn has already put on his Instagram, signed, sealed, delivered, AJ v Fury.
Carl Froch pushes urgency into the situation, saying this fight cannot be delayed any longer. He believes even a warm-up fight could risk injuries and destroy momentum. His tone shows frustration, as he insists the only way fans get what they want is if Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight immediately.
Fury. We still want to see it now because it's AJ Tyson Fury. It's past his sell-by date, but it's still a big fight. These two should just fucking get on with it, get in there and get this fight made. And all this pre-fight warm-up bullshit is totally unnecessary. It's going to kill it. Anyway, let's see what transpires with the AJ Fury fight. I feel that if these two don't fight each other next, if AJ has a warm-up fight, he could, even if he's fighting someone who's a knockover, he might get injured, he might hurt his elbow, he might jar his shoulder or twist his neck, and He's going to need 2-3 months out, then he's going to need another 3 months training camp. This fight gets further and further away from happening. This fight needs to happen now.
Amir Khan praises Tyson Fury's sharp return and immediately shifts focus toward the mega fight with Anthony Joshua. He suggests Fury looks ready again, and the timing feels perfect for both heavyweights. The face-off moment adds more fuel, showing both men are mentally locked into this potential showdown.
Tyson Fury was fantastic today. He boxed really well, and it's great to see that he's back on the scene again. And obviously, he boxed so well today. 2 years at the ring, or something like that. I think he's back now, where we want to see that mega fight now with him and AJ. I think that fight could be next for both of them. What a massive fight that'll be for British boxing, and let's see where it goes, man.
Simon Jordan explains that the fight now depends on Anthony Joshua's readiness and mindset. He points out that Fury's presence alone creates pressure, and sitting ringside means confrontation is almost unavoidable. The tension is building naturally, showing both fighters are being pushed toward a collision fans have long demanded.
And they know where the situation lies, which is up to Anthony Joshua. If he feels he's ready to fight Tyson Fury, then that fight can happen. But he may well not feel that. And I do think that ultimately Anthony, sitting there at ringside, would have known what was coming, would have known there's an expectation for him to have some sort of interaction with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury doesn't just arrive back on the scene, and Anthony Joshua sit ringside and doesn't expect to have an interaction.
Oleksandr Usyk shocks fans with a bold take, clearly leaning towards Anthony Joshua in a potential clash with Tyson Fury. His confidence is loud and direct, dismissing Fury's chances in a very personal tone. Coming from a unified champion, this opinion adds serious weight to the debate and fuels even more tension around this super fight discussion.
AJ win. Hey, Belly. You know? Where is you? AJ beat you.
The Wade Concept reacts live to the breaking news, showing surprise and excitement as the fight trends everywhere. He confirms that both sides have signed but still highlights missing details like venue and exact date. His reaction reflects the chaos and hype around this announcement, where fans are celebrating but still waiting for full official clarity.
This is the first poster, it probably won't be the poster, but they're saying done deal, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Q4 2026. So I like that we are officially signed. By the way, why am I trending? What did I do? That's gotta be somebody else, right? Dwayne Wade, somebody else? There's no way. Why? That makes no sense. They've signed this fight. Apparently both sides have, which is good, but we don't have a venue yet. We don't have a date. I assume it'll be Wembley. I assume it'll be December or November, something around that time frame. I don't know about you.
Max Kellerman gives a sharp breakdown of the rivalry, calling it the biggest super fight of the era. He rates Tyson Fury slightly higher based on peak performance and consistency, suggesting he is closer to his prime than Anthony Joshua. However, he still acknowledges the magnitude of the clash, calling it the biggest event in British boxing history and a true generational showdown.
Anthony Joshua, that's going to be the super fight of the era. You know, what wound up happening is Tyson Fury simply proved he was the best fighter of the era. And now, he's also obviously a Brit, Anthony Joshua, they're both still there. They create the biggest fight, at least the biggest event in British boxing history. And I think there is a sense that while the event will be the biggest in the history of British boxing, that Tyson Fury is closer to the peak of his powers than AJ, and even that the best version of AJ was not as good as Fury.
Derek Chisora delivers a brutally honest and emotional reaction, showing frustration with the performance being discussed. He strongly believes Anthony Joshua would dominate any version of that matchup, dismissing the opponent's chances completely. His comments reflect the raw and outspoken nature of heavyweight boxing opinions, where fighters rarely hold back when talking about potential super fights.
It was shit. It was shit. Let's be honest about it. I heard what you said about my fight with Deontay. His fight was more shit than anything else. AJ's gonna eat him in fucking four or 5 rounds. He no power, nothing. It was shit. Fucking hopeless. Fucking, we were falling asleep, me and Teki.
Gareth A. Davies breaks down the logistical side of the mega fight, confirming the deal is done but the venue is still undecided. He discusses possible locations like Cardiff, Wembley, or even Saudi Arabia. His analysis shows how massive this fight has become, where even weather and stadium choices are being carefully considered for such a historic boxing event.
They had agreed they were going to fight this year. Obviously, we now know the meat is on the bone now. So I don't know where it'll be. That will be the next big question. As you say, Q4, as you neatly put it. I think it will have to be indoors if it's in the UK or America. There's a retractable roof in Cardiff at the Millennium Stadium, so that potentially is the venue. I cannot see them risking a fight of this magnitude outdoors at Wembley Stadium in November. I mean, imagine the kind of weather that it could potentially be. So, given that obviously Turkey Al Sheikh's behind it, maybe it's a Riyadh season event in Riyadh in November, and they do crown a very big event in a large stadium there. And maybe, which is not out yet,
Johnny Nelson gives a very deep and critical breakdown of Tyson Fury's current level, suggesting that even at a reduced version of himself, Fury still competes at a high level. He clearly believes Anthony Joshua is the perfect stylistic match for Fury, calling it the ideal dance partner for both men. However, he raises doubts about Fury's motivation and long-term future in boxing, questioning why he is still in the sport. This creates a mix of respect and uncertainty around Fury's comeback, and builds more curiosity around the upcoming mega fight with Joshua.
That we do finally get.
Nice one. Thanks, Spencer.
Cheers, guys.
Spencer Oliver there with the news that it is being teased by Turkey Al Sheikh that AJ Fury is on. His opponent, Christian Prenga, the Albanian who fights out of the States, as Spencer.
Ade Oladipo explains the roadmap Anthony Joshua is expected to follow before facing Tyson Fury, highlighting the importance of a tune-up fight before the mega showdown. He stresses that AJ needs both physical and mental sharpness after recent challenges, making the build-up extremely important. The timeline suggests a summer fight first, followed by the massive Fury clash in November, which shows how carefully this whole event is being planned.
There's always Fury this year. That plan looks like it's still going to be kept to. All that changes is type of opponent. Now, is this guy, Christian Prenga, better than Rico Verhoeven? I mean, he's been boxing longer than Rico, I'd like to think.
Eddie Hearn confirms the strategic approach behind Anthony Joshua's preparation, revealing that a warm-up fight is expected before facing Tyson Fury. He compares it to how Fury also stayed active before big fights, emphasizing the importance of timing and rhythm. This confirms the structured build-up toward November, making it clear that everything is being planned specifically to maximize AJ's performance for the biggest fight of his career.
Netflix, everybody. So I think they'll be looking at a slightly easier option for Anthony Joshua to, like Tyson Fury had, with all due respect, and then move straight into that fight.
So are you looking at AJ fighting this warm-up in July and then Fury in November?
100%.
So that's the plan?
That's the absolute.
Johnny Nelson highlights just how massive this fight is, calling it the biggest in boxing even today. However, he also warns about timing, suggesting that delays could ruin the entire event if either fighter loses before it happens. He strongly believes there should be no warm-up fights and that this clash is even bigger than any potential matchup involving Usyk, showing how highly he rates Fury versus Joshua in boxing history.
Regardless of all the heavyweights around the world, it is the biggest fight in boxing to it even now. But you can't leave it too long. You know, and we've had the Gypsies warning. AJ got turned over. Fury's been retired. Now that you've got the chance for this to happen, you can't leave it too long, because one of them lose. That is no longer the biggest fight in boxing.
So AJ doesn't get a warm up.
And you know what? I think AJ and Fury is bigger than anybody you put in with Usyk.
Arslan Makhmudov gives a very confident prediction, fully backing Tyson Fury ahead of a potential clash with Anthony Joshua. He believes Fury has already proven himself and is now ready for this level of opposition. His comments suggest that Fury could win comfortably, either by points or knockout, showing strong belief in his dominance. This adds another layer of confidence from a heavyweight scene, building even more hype around the fight.
Crazy strong punch, you know. I think if you ask Tyson Fury, he will tell you. And he did good test himself. And now he ready for Joshua. For Joshua, he already 100% he can beat him.
Points, knockout, do you think?
This stuff I don't know, but I think he beat him easy.
Ajit Kabale keeps his prediction very uncertain, showing just how difficult it is to pick a winner in this massive showdown. He acknowledges that British fans are finally getting the fight they wanted, but refuses to confidently back either fighter. His hesitation reflects how close and unpredictable this clash is, where one clean shot could completely change everything within the first few rounds.
This was a good show, for the fans. Yeah, we will see. I think all the fans in Britain he will see the fight. AJ with this Fury.
Who do you think will win that fight after what you saw tonight?
I don't know.
I
don't know. But my prediction is very bad. I say to you, Fury win the fight maybe in the first 4 rounds, but you see the results. I don't know. Really, I don't know.
Do you think
Dillian Whyte delivers a very direct and emotional reaction, criticizing the hesitation and negotiations around the fight? He pushes the idea that big fights should not be overcomplicated and instead should simply happen. His frustration highlights the urgency in the heavyweight division, where fighters and fans both want action rather than endless talk. He also positions himself as someone willing to fight anyone immediately, adding more pressure on the division's biggest names to deliver.
He just said I'm the boss, I'm the landlord, and I don't know. He just says AJ stuff, just bollocks. Just say yes, it's the biggest fight in real boxing. Just say yeah, you let him get any younger, you let us get older. The fight's getting harder and harder to make. Just take the fight and just shut up. Just have the fight. That's the difference between me and him. I'll have it. I'll fucking have it. You don't need to go with me into a fight. I'll have it. You need to go with me and have it right away. It makes sense. We want to see.
The excitement around Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua has reached a level where the entire boxing world feels on edge, waiting for the final bell to ring on this announcement. Every expert, fighter, and promoter is pointing towards the same reality that this is not just another fight but a generational showdown that defines an era of heavyweight boxing. The tension, the predictions, and the emotional reactions all show how big this moment has become for fans across the globe. What makes this rivalry even more intense is the mix of confidence and doubt from both sides, with some believing Fury has the edge while others feel Joshua is more than capable of changing history with one perfect night. The pressure is now fully on both champions to deliver something unforgettable because the world is watching every move they make. If this fight truly happens in November 2026, it will not just break records but also become one of the most talked about events in boxing history. Fans are now calling for action instead of words and want both fighters to step into the ring without any more delays. This is the moment boxing has been building towards for years, and now the only thing left is to see who will finally prove they are the king of the heavyweight division. Subscribe for more updates and breakdowns as this mega fight continues to develop.